So in this video, I want to show you where the product rule comes from. And so what I've got is I have a function that is a product of two other functions. And so when I substitute x into that equation, I'll get u of x, v of x as my y value for this point. When I substitute in x plus h into this function, I get u of x plus h, v of x plus h. So if I'm trying to find the derivative of this particular function, then I'm going to use my derivative formula as the limit of the line joining those 2 points. And so the f of x plus h becomes this point here, which is what I've got here. Take away f of x, which is what I get when I substitute x into that equation, which is this all over h. Now, to come up with the product rule formula, I'm going to do a little bit of adding and subtracting so that stuff will have common factors that I can take out and simplify to give you the product rule. So we're going to add and subtract u x plus h v x. I'm going to add it in and take it out. Now we've put it in, take it out first, and add it in second order so that it sits nicely when we get to the product rule all the way down the formula, all the way down the bottom here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this set of terms here at the front, and I'm going to factor out u of x plus h. You can see u of x plus h in both of those two terms there. So I'm actually going to put this into one term. And then I'm going to do the same with this, taking out v of x to give me the two terms. So now you can see I've got one term with a common factor of u of x plus h out the front, and then a second term with a common factor of v of x out the front. And you'll notice in here that this is in fact the derivative formula for v of x, and this is the derivative formula for u of x. But I've got a bit to go yet. So I have the limit of the whole of these two terms, which I'm going to split into the limit of the first term plus the limit of the second term. And then I'm going to evaluate those limits if I can. So when you've got a limit of something that are the two things multiplied together, it's the limit of the first thing multiplied by the limit of the second thing. So when h approaches 0 in this particular term here, u of x plus h approaches u of x. And the limit for this is still just the limit, so I've still left it written as a limit. And the reason that I've done that is because I want to take this limit here, I want to take this whole thing here and replace it with the derivative for v. And then I do the same thing with the second term. I find the limit of v of x, which when you substitute h as 0 is just v of x, and then multiply that by the limit of this second term. And the limit of that second term, same deal, this bit here becomes u dashed of x. And so what I've got as a formula here, so this is still the derivative, is u of x times v dashed of x plus v of x times u dashed of x. And if our y was at an f of x and we wrote this in our dy dx format, then we get dy dx is equal to u dv dx plus v du dx, the product rule.